Good evening. First, let me thank my fraternity brother, Congressman Bobby Scott. Thank the MC, my fraternity brother, Roland. Let me also thank one of my associates with me, Rodney Ruffin, a fraternity brother. And the list goes on and on. I've known Congressman Scott for about 35 years now. Growing up as in a small town in rural Virginia, I had the fortune to meet Congressman Scott very early on. And I've watched him grow, I've watched him lead this nation and represent us well. But his family was the first black family I knew who had a swimming pool. And I tell you, I knew one day I wanted to be in that category. You know, as I sit here tonight and think about what has been said ahead of me, what will be said after me, and the fact that we're honoring Dr. Haidt, I don't think we could have picked, or you could have picked, a better person to recognize. Dr. Haidt was a member of my board for over 15 years. The wisdom, the guidance she gave me, I cannot measure. And I miss her every day, but I miss once the trip we took to Mississippi. She and I flew together on a plane, just the two of us, down and back. And the stories she told me on that trip, I will never forget. But the thing that concerns me and what I think about often is the fact some of the stories she told me, the issues and the problems still exist today. As I accept this award, which I feel very humbled to receive, there are two categories, two issues that I'd like to keep on the forefront of your mind, because it's definitely on the forefront of mine. Number one, when 25% of African Americans are at the poverty level, our celebration should be short and sweet, because we've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. And I think this convention and this conference is great, but if we don't go back and do something about the poverty level among our people, all of this is for naught. So I challenge all of the awardees, those who are giving the awards, those who are here celebrating, think about what can we do as individuals to go back and help to lift those in our communities who are less fortunate. The second issue is health. It has become and continues to be a challenging problem for our community. Now, as a food guy, you might say, well, you're probably contributing to that. I don't think so. I really don't. And I say that because I'm entrusted and I see the African American students in grade school, high school, on our college campuses. And it takes a community to change the attitudes of our students, to educate them what to eat, how much to eat. And yes, Thompson can and will play a role in that as we go forward. Just last week, we announced in our company that every healthy item on our menu will be discounted by 25%. And you say, well, what does that mean? I will charge that student 25% less if that student will buy a Diet Pepsi as opposed to a regular Pepsi. If they will buy a healthier snack as opposed to one that's high in sodium and fried. We will try in every situation to eliminate those things that are not good for our students. And we're willing to give up our profit margin on those items to try to entice our students to live a little bit better. I also met with a recent college president, university president, and we're going to try an experiment at one of our major HBCUs to take a holistic approach of how to address this issue of obesity, because it's coming at us, and it's coming at us hard and heavy. We will start talking to that student in the classroom, on the playing field, in the fraternity room. We will talk to the student in the cafeteria. Every day, many times a day, we will bombard that student with a message about living and eating better and living a more healthy life. Because if we don't do it, who will? And we can't sit back and blame the other party, the other company, those down the road, the restaurateurs. We can't blame other people. We have to take the initiative in our community and do something about the 2 points I've just mentioned. So as I accept this tonight, I would encourage you, as we go back to our communities, think about those two things, the poverty level of our people and the health issue of our youth. And together, let's celebrate Dr. Haight's legacy by taking action, less partying, and more about making a difference in the lives of our young people. Thank you very much.
See, one shot, you found it. It's not gonna pass that up. Oh, we need a photo. Let me get this alpha photo, excuse me.